and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on...
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Bobcats want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Quickly to the tight end. Let's talk for just a second about Ohio. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. Three-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Randall. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Bobcats are flying down the field.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. And it's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Might be calling a hot route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Vaughn. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Bobcats want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top. Immediately fires to the middle. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. Throw for it. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. We've come to the end. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this.
Into the end zone he goes. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
He's just so so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Get it out on the screen. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now the play fake. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sooners! Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Here's the heat. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Boy, the deep. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the 2nd half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's going to take off. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job. Not to lose contain on the scramble.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this 1st down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Bringing the heat. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Oklahoma! This defense may... They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's open on the right. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Snagged out of the air. He was running through tackle. Got the 1st down and finally got knocked down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Right on the money. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the... 1-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
Back to pass. Got his man on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout. Defense there trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down, and you know your defense will make a stand. They held him to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Buying some time and some room to work. There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarter...
Touchdown, Sooner! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. To the air on first down. Under fire. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
The Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. And you've seen his athleticism and his speed, his bend, and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Hunt is on its way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Quickly complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it.
Going for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They're going to throw it to start the drive. Here comes the heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Here comes what a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some... Surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Now they'll try the right side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. The Sooners are marching down the field. Might be changing the route. A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on second and goal? There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense?
Touchdown, Sooner! And the beatdown has ensued. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
There's the pressure. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
And this defense's head is spinning. It's it down to the 27.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw again. Deep shot for the end zone. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside defense.
That's just a mental... On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio! Snag zone to give them 6. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason.
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got room to work. Quarterback gets the first down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on. Rides the back and leaves it. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And down he goes. Trying to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab at the 30. And they finally get him stopped it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Bobcats line it up with a 1st and goal. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Snaps it in the shotgun. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. In the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on.
Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio. They went for the big play. And they'll run the RPO and throw it right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Finds a little space. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. Slithers into space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running. It generated an explosive play for the offense.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looks as if he's going to run it. Turning it on! That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do